I read this great book called The Jackrabbit Factor. It's now one of my favorites and a whole bunch of people's favorites because it just made it to the bestseller list, barnesandnoble.com. That's quite an achievement. The author of this is Leslie Householder, best-selling author, speaker, coach, and she is joining us on the line from her home down in Arizona. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I am just so pumped up about this book. Why? Why is it changing lives?
Well, what did you get out of it, Wayne?
What did I get out of it?
Yeah.
I got focused again. I got a taste of what it was that I wanted and got away from the pity party.
You know, the book is all about figuring out how to get what you want. And it's amazing stuff because really it's so simple. And I attended nearly 100 seminars on success and success principles, and they all were fabulous, and they got me a little closer, but something just clicked. And when it did, I knew that I needed to help other readers make that mental shift, because once you make that shift, it comes so easy. It's so simple. It's so simple. We make it so hard.
Why? Why do we make it hard?
Because we don't think it should be easy.
Maybe that's it. Because it seems so complicated.
It really is not that complicated. In fact, we're applying the principles all the time. We're just doing it to get stuff we don't want.
I think what really impressed me is that you wrote the book because you wanted to stay home with your family.
Yeah.
6 children?
Uh-huh.
6 children. You want to be home. Jane, you have 1, and you're a little tired.
Well, yeah, that's amazing to me. And you were able to write a book with 6
it's crazy,
kids.
crazy times.
Yeah, but now are you able to? Now are you finding that this has given you the opportunity now to stay home with them?
We found the way for me to stay home with them years ago, and I'm writing the book to tell how we did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not writing the book so I can stay home. I'm staying home already because of what we'd learned, and the book is to help others be able to do the same or whatever it is they want. If they're a mother or even a father that wants to come home from work, what would that be like?
Wouldn't that be nice? And it's not about wealth. It's not about money.
No, it's more just about what it is that you want. If you want the front row parking spot at the grocery store because you're in a hurry, you can have it.
Tell us the story about that.
About that?
I thought this was fascinating because I hear people talk about how to use this stuff, and it's all about money and wealth. And what I really liked about Leslie in the book is it's not about that. So you were using the principle, and how did you use it?
How many times have I used it? I'll tell you the first time I used it without even realizing it, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is what was amazing is we'd been going to seminars for, at the time, about 7 years, and we were using our grocery money to get there, and I was just in a depression because I wanted to be able to pay bills and keep our promises that we'd made to people, and, you know, it was really grinding on me that we were having such a hard time with that, and I slipped into a depression where I decided that I was just going to go to bed, and I didn't care if I ever got up. The kids were going to find their own food, and I just went to bed, and I closed my eyes, and I said, you know, all these seminars have been telling me to picture what I want, imagine myself living the dream life, and I thought, fine, I will. So I slipped into this escape mentality where I decided to live my dream life in my head. A year later, we were living what I had dreamed up in my brain that day. And I didn't really put a connection together onto how that actually occurred and how that had happened. It took another 2 years or so of seminars that helped me understand that what I had done that day was the very key to changing my life.
And that was about thinking about what you want,
and
dreaming about it, visualizing it?
Visualizing it and experiencing it. And let me explain, I know you hear that all the time,
yes.
But I want you to picture this. Imagine you're online and you're trying to make a purchase, eBay or whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing you've got to do when you go there shopping? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Find what you're looking for.
Well, you have to decide what you want.
Yes.
Right? So
yeah.
you decide what you want, and then you look for it. And you may use their little search bar. You enter the request of what you're looking for. And this is just the way life operates, and we're doing this all the time, like I said. We're living the life that we have asked for. I know that there's people out there screaming, no, I'm not, I never asked for this. This is not what I wanted. Well, but subconsciously, we are completely comfortable with life as it is. And if on a conscious level we don't like it, we need to make some shifts in our mentality. So what we would do is you decide what you want, just like in life. I knew I wanted to live, at the time we weren't even in a home of our own. I wanted a home of my own. I wanted a yard for the kids. So I made that decision. I decided what I want. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to write it down. Now, people don't understand the magic behind this, and that's why only about 3% of the population will actually do it. But if a person decides that they will follow this, it will work for them. They decide what you want, you write it down, and you need to write it down in the proper way. If you write it down wrong, you won't get what you want. For example, if you're trying to lose weight, don't set a goal for losing weight, because your subconscious mind is the part of your mind that helps you accomplish your goal. It puts you in a state of being that helps you attract what you need to accomplish your goal. And if you set a goal to lose weight, What do you do, Wayne, when you lose something? What do you try to do?
You try to find it again.
Try to find it, and your subconscious mind has been programmed your entire life to look for what you've lost. So don't try to lose weight, okay?
Are you picking on me for trying to lose weight? Is that what this is all about? How did you know?
No. This is something everybody deals with at one time or another. And the other thing is when you think of weight, your mind automatically associates that with heaviness or weights and measures. So if you set a goal to lose weight, you're programming your mind to help you find heaviness. And you're fighting yourself trying to accomplish your goal.
Boy, I've been doing it for years.
Well, how many people?
Wow.
Everybody has been doing this
Everybody
for years.
does this, yeah. And another thing, if you want to set a goal, and when you write a goal down, like, I will have $10,000 in my bank account in a month. Well, the problem with that is if you set a goal, say you write it down today and you want to have $10,000 in the bank by the end of October. And then you write the date, October 31st, 2005, I will have $10,000 in the bank. Well, come October 31st, 2005, you will not have $10,000 in the bank because you chose to write the word will have. So it presupposes that it will always be in your future.
Oh, so what do you write instead?
So instead you say, October 31st, 2005, I am so happy and grateful now that I have $10,000 in the bank.
He's writing this down as we speak, Leslie.
It's amazing stuff. It really is. And you have to be very careful how you write it and scrutinize each word in your goal. I have a friend, her name is Camille. She wrote a goal down on a certain date. She would have $10,000 in her hand, and she did everything right. You have to decide what you want. You write it down. You imagine it as though it's already happened, because the key, and this is the key, and I know we don't have time for me to convince you why this works, and that's what the book is for, but the key is to feel it as though it has already happened. You have to feel it and experience it like it's happened. Now, she did this, and on that day, and she'd forgotten about it. You don't have to be round-the-clock focused on your goal. You do it, and like I said, if you're online and you decide what you want, you submit your request. Say you make the purchase and you hit send. What's the next thing that the computer typically does after you've submitted your order?
It gives you some kind of a confirmation.
Confirmation, okay. Yep. That's key. Once you have that confirmation, you know that that item is on its way, right?
Yeah.
Well, in setting a goal, once you feel it as though it's already happened, that is the confirmation that it's on its way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now the cool thing about that is once you've done that, you know it's on its way, and it's just a matter of time, and you're already in a state of mind that will lead you to the right people, the right circumstances, whatever it is that you need in order to accomplish that. It's already in the works. Getting back to my friend Camille, she said that on that day, she had forgotten about it, okay? And on that day, she was in the bank, and she was depositing a check, and something about the date caught her eye. So she turned over the check, and she realized it was $10,000 in her hand on that date. But it was made out to her father, and it was something. It was for her father's account. Okay, so the more specific you are about your goal, you'll get what you ask for.
Where can people get the book?
Go to jackrabbitfactor.com.
All right. This is a life-changing book. I really appreciate you writing it and appreciate your time today.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you very much. Leslie Householder on the phone. Her website again, jackrabbitfactor.com. We'll have that on our website. Are you imagining now?
I am.
Visualizing? And feeling?
Yes, I have $10,000 in my hand right now as we speak.
This has been A Little Bit of Wisdom with Leslie Householder. Listen to her podcast and download her books free at ararekindoffaith.com.